Alright guys, we are back for another Dokan battle video. So we got a little bit of a lull going on in Dokan right now. I look at lulls as a little bit different than people nowadays. You know, it's like, oh, Dokan doesn't really... I mean, we did get a couple of new Supreme Magnificent Battle stages just last night. So it's not like the game is like, oh my god, most dead forever or anything like that. Nothing like that. But it is just much quieter right now, right? Less characters, less EZAs. You know, everyone else, like, they have their meltdowns. Oh my god, the game is terrible. It's dying. I'm chilling. I'm just taking a breath of fresh air. You know what I just did? I got a real man's platinum trophy. That's what I just did. We jump on over here. Bam! Original Pac-Man. Yup. So I'm chilling. You know, just kind of like, again, like relaxing a little bit. Until the next Dokan Fest is announced. It could be tonight. I'm not 100% sure if the next Dokan Fest is going to release on the 31st or the 1st, right? I've been anticipating that we could see details on the 29th or 30th, but you never know. Maybe it'll be in a couple hours. A couple hours being like 7, but you never know. So we'll do a hot take video. Gotta upload something though. Essentially, like, kind of like, in what I consider, like, the day, I do really only have 2 uploads. Well, this, and then the hot take video we're doing right now. Although, we did do these last night, too, so. Alright, let's, jump it in. Funny name, very clever. Creating a thread of people's hot take threads, which is very helpful for me. So, I could just let them accumulate here, and we'll work our way through. So, we're down to, oh, the Tao guy. I love this guy. Okay. Wait, what was this? The GOAT does it again. If only he wasn't a Tao fan. I love that. Because I really believe him. He's not like a Tao fan for a Tao fan for attention. Yeah, hell no. He's really a Tao fan. So there's something like just like fun about that, right? Like, it's just passionate. I love it. I love it. All right, Tao, number 1 Tao fan. Let's go. Let's go. Let's see what he's got to say. Okay. So don't get me wrong. Both these fights are my top 5 fights in all of Dragon Ball. Okay, to me, I think Goku vs. Piccolo Jr. is way better. Like, I'm sorry, I do. Like, Goku vs. Jackie Chun is great, but to me, I would say I feel like I would trend that direction too, because there's really big stakes. Like, you know, like Goku vs. Jackie Chun is like, you know, it's great, and it's Goku's, you know, kind of like coming out moment, whatever. But like, you know, Goku needs to stop Piccolo Jr. else the world is in big trouble, right? And it's like, there's real stakes there. Like, it's just great. It's just great. It's like, you know, culmination of the whole Demon King Piccolo arc, right? So, something so special about the first master versus student fight. Okay. Tension, humor, music, amount of techniques. Yeah, the humor is something obviously Toriyama was had way more up back in original Dragon Ball days. Yeah, there's a ton of techniques. That's true too. I would disagree. I would say Goku versus Piccolo Jr. I'd like better as a fight. But remember, I believe it was Japanese fans, some manga, or it was some magazine that did it. But Japanese fans actually voted Goku vs. Jackie Chun the best fight. What was always surprising to me about that poll is Goku vs. Moro was really high up. Like, it was like top 5 or something like that, which like is shocking to me. Goku vs. Moro. So, I mean, that does, like, bro, for all we know, like, some of them boys at Shueisha or something like that, they look at that and they say, wait, what? Oh, damn, we really do need to get on this, huh? Attack breaks are the most underrated mechanic a character could have. This is so funny, because Dokan is like, yeah, we agree. So they created a fucker that was immune to it. This Majin Vegeta cannot be attack broken right here. This guy. So crazy. So crazy. But it's because the way the fight is designed is he's just slapping you with that AoE unavoidable final explosion, and it's just sitting there on a T for, because they do make sure that he does it at the end of the turn so characters can attack, get their defense, and have like an actual fighting chance to tank it, but they don't want to let you be able to attack break it. They want to make sure you're dealing with it. But that's why when I did the I just said tech UI, although to be fair, the fight is not that bad because we do kill him before he even does the final explosion. Because that's just what, like, Daima Super Saiyan 4 Goku is capable of doing, right? So we do kill him before he even gets that off. Having a chance just to remove a super boss healing, hard hitting normal is insane. Yeah. No doubt about it. It's massive. That's another really huge effective thing that Majin Vegeta and Angel Super Saiyan 2 Goku have that I love, right? This guy would make a very fun Dokkan Fest and is cooler than Deborah. Cooler than Deborah. I don't know if I agree. I think Deborah's pretty cool. He gets like really like emasculated or whatever the fuck by Majin Buu. Completely takes away all of Deborah's aura. Because Deborah, like, remember, like, so it starts. And remember, like, Supreme Kai sees Deborah and he says, "We can't win. It's over. They got Deborah." Right? And then Deborah and Goku and Vegeta are like, yeah, whatever. Like, sure, dude. But then, like, Deborah starts fighting Goku and Gohan. And he's kind of giving Gohan the hands a little bit, but, like, it's like, you could tell by Goku and Vegeta. Like, I think Vegeta straight up says, this guy is not all that. Like, Gohan is clowning right now. But, like, you know, Deborah is, like, hanging in there tough against Gohan. But then Majin Buu shows up and just shits on him, right? Nah, I'm taking Deborah over Devilman. Could Devilman be a Dokkan Fest, though? Yes, he could. Devilman especially has a real history in Dokkan. I swear, one of the reasons they removed all below SSR level characters from the World Tournament, the Dragon Ball Saga, is because they've created all these rules in the game to avoid people using Devilman. And I just don't think, like, they just don't, now they want it to where, like, okay, new players can't even fucking get Devilman, the original Devilman. They're just like, yeah, no, you're good. Let me just put him up on screen so we all know who we're talking about. Let me just type in, Tao. Yeah, let's just type in Tao. I just want to get to Dragon Ball Saga here. And then we'll take a look at Devilman. Because people, the Devilman explosion to me, I remember first noticing. It was when the first EZA was like, like it was so hard because you needed resurrected warriors. So it's like, either you had summoned on the last Dokkan Fest exclusive and pulled him, which was Angel Golden Frieza, who led Resurrected Warriors, or like you like really could like not do it. The AGL Super Saiyan 3 Goku EZA, the first EZA, right? And then within fast, fuckers were starting to clear it with Devilman. This right here. Ultra rare chance. I believe it's a 1% chance that he does max damage. Like, the max damage you could do is what it is. I believe that's what it is. It's a 1% chance. Devilman. What a goat. But finally, they're just like, yeah, no, we fucked up. Like, you guys are not allowed to even get him anymore. Man, you know, OG Dragon Ball films, none of them really blew me away. Now, okay, I know I'm the guy who goes, yep, like, you know, we need fusions and blah, 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 blah. I love the original series. Remember, I'm an old head. Like, I did grow up watching all this shit. But it's just, like, I also, like, am, like, understand, like, it is, like, Dokkan, it is a gotcha game. And it's, like, it really doesn't, it's just this simple. They're sitting in a meeting, and it's like, all right, next year's GDC. What are some ideas? Let's throw out some ideas. And it's like, they're going to settle on, like, a safe bet, right? It's like, oh, we could do, you know, Goku versus Shaki Chun. But, like, I mean, are the players going to like it? How well is it going to be? Like, what's the revenue going to look like? Or they could just do, you know, Gogeta. And it's like, well, we know that is going to go crazy. We know that they're gonna love it if we just do Gogeta, right? It's not deeper. I don't think it's deeper than that. It's not like some mystery or nothing like that. It is what it is, right? So OG Dragon Ball film. So this is the third one. So the first one is like a loose retelling of like the Pilaf arc, sort of, bit of a loose retelling. Wait, no, I'm thinking, no, that's Path to Power. The first one is the one with, Pasta, because Pasta kind of does end up sort of being the main villain. It's like, it looks like the king becomes the big monster guy, but he's not really like the main villain or whatever. The Curse of the Blood Rupees. The second one is one with Lucifer, Dracula, man. right? Well, I say Dracula Man, but there is an actual Dracula Man. You know what I'm talking about? Lucifer, right? Like we pull. Let me just go to it. Yeah, I might as well, dude. While we're talking about this, we pull up the damn Dragon Ball stories, which are here. Wait, no, they're story events. Story events is what we want. Because they dropped all of these in, this was the end of 2018, start of 2019, leading to the LR Kid Goku and Arale. By the way, I would just tell you guys, I don't think they could easy A this character. I'm going to tell y'all just flatly. I don't know that they can't easy A this character, but I think that they're not allowed to. I think. But this is, again, I'm very clear on this. I wasn't, you know, not like I was told that or anything, but I don't think that they're even able to easy A this character because it's Arale. I think that they can't touch Arale stuff at all. That's why the Arale Awakenings never came to Global Dokkan. Right, there's two free-to-play Arale characters that... I'm trying to talk and explain this while looking, and my brain is really struggling. But there's the two Arale characters, right, that are just SSRs on Global. But on JP, they're TURs, and that's because I think that's when they lost the rights, or the rights reverted, or whatever it was. Yeah, here we go. Boom, boom, and boom. And then Path to Power is the other one, which is a little bit deeper down here. Where is Path to Power? Because Path to Power was 2022. Oh, look, yeah, there's the Tao event. Cool, cool, cool. I'll pause. Let me pause and just find this Path to Power. All right, here we go. So here's the 4 Dragon Ball films, right? So this is like the king guy, but again, he's not really like a boss. Like Pasta more so, I think, is kind of like calling the shots towards the end. Then we have you know, Sleeping Princess Devil's Castle. This is the one that's got Lucifer back here. I mean, they probably should drop Lucifer as some type of card. Like some card we can obtain. There's no reason not to, right? He's a movie boss. Like he's literally the kid is on movie bosses. The king is not on movie bosses, right? Grums? No, he is actually on movie bosses. Oh, okay. Or grooms or whatever the hell. All right. Yeah, so there's him, Lucifer, and then the movie boss of this is pretty much Tao. It is, right? Yeah, and then they got Shen, Metallotron. So this one... Oh, yeah, this version of Tien. Yeah, I remember that. So this movie, the best part about this movie is definitely, there's like a really emotional scene with Tien and Chaozu. I remember being really fucking good. Oh, this guy, yeah, he is on Movie Bosses, this one. Yeah, this sucks because this is the one from the Arale collab. Right? Like, this Tao you can't get anymore. And this is the movie boss, this one. Remember, I feel like they must be... They definitely are able to use this guy, though. Because he was a red zone stage. So, I know that they're allowed to use him. But because he was, like, part of that Arale collab, maybe they just rather not touch it. It's in here. Which one is it? It's the movie Red Zone 2. It's this one, stage 32. This is Tao right here. Yeah. And this came out, this was December of 2023. I believe this was. Might have technically been January of 2024. Because remember, eventually Golden Frieza and Beerus, those fights, dropped, like, basically right around when 9th Anniversary Part 1 had started, right? Wow, that was a long... Yeah, and then Path to Power, that's the one that's kind of like a loose retelling of kind of like the start of the series. And then it ends with Staff Officer Black in the robot or whatever. They definitely got to give him a card, either from Path to Power or a regular Dragon Ball, right? Yeah, no, I don't agree. The problem is, I think with EZAs, and for this discussion... We're going to remove Anniversary Dokkan Fest LRs. Although everyone agrees that the GT Goku and Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta are a disappointment. That character. I think that Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta, they're exactly what we'd want. But I do think GT Goku and Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta are a disappointment. I just don't totally agree with this guy being a failure. Because I don't, like, we've never seen, again, besides Anniversary Dokkan Fest LRs, like, these characters reclaim this. Like, Piccolo is, like, on the level with Tech Ultimate Gohan, LR Killing Caulifla, I mean, STR Gogeta. Like, these characters don't get that second run like that. Like, Piccolo, he can do, I don't know, 75% of what he could do during his prime. Like, comparing to this era, right? But it's just like Piccolo back then was just much more comfortable in slot 1. But like Easy A's, you can never, besides Anniversary Dokan vs. LRs, anticipate that an Easy A is going to be like a godly slot 1 tank, man. Like it's like we've been playing the game long enough. The game's existed long enough. It's a gacha game, unfortunately. Like they want your summonable characters in slot 1 most of the time, right? So, no damage. That's mostly true. Mid to bad tanking. I would say that's mostly true. Restricted to 1 team for a giant. That's not really true. Needing, well, okay, but I guess, I mean, people are they're gonna. The other thing that's unfortunate is we have the RE content, which doesn't appear to me, this RE tag doesn't appear to be because, oh, it's a remix or a redo, or Toon calls it DLC, but I don't think that's what these are actually signifying, because again, this maybe is like a redo of the Gohan, Goten, and Trunks fight, which we still do to this day. It's a really good fight, but it's structured much differently. And these two never existed. These are brand new fights. We've never had a Supreme 100% battle fight against Majin Vegeta or Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Right? So, it's just like, I feel like the RE tag right here, that's to signify that it's like a limited time fight, is what it seems to be. I'm less angry about the limited time fights. If they're just going to keep replacing them, it's not the end of the world, right? Like, they dropped, like, we had the Universal Survival Saga one, and then the GT one. Those left, but then now they're replacing it with this one. I think I probably like the Majin Vegeta and Super Saiyan 3 Goku fight better than any of the other fights in the last batch anyway. Although, what if the next RE content they gives us has worse fights than Majin Vegeta and Super Saiyan 3 Goku? So, like, and like I understand it, but I do think the content going away is much less of an issue when they're just constantly. If it means they're going to spam more overall content, like, I could at least see the bright side of it. I also would rather they just not have the content go away, but I'm trying to find the sunny side up, right? But I don't agree that it's restricted to 1 team for a giant. That's for the turn 3 giant form, and that's why I got into the limited time fights, because people would say, oh, well, they're limited time fights, so I'm not even talking about them. It's, it's silliness how some people in this community, like they just, it all roads lead to arguing that my favorite is the best for a lot of players in the Dokan community, right? But like, we're not only just fucking counting Bio Broly for the next year, right? Like, yeah, sorry. Like, Majin Vegeta, Orange Piccolo is going to be one of the best characters in the game for this tricky Majin Vegeta fight right here. Why is that? Because Orange Piccolo still does what it did back then. And it's going to cancel the final explosion. So, I just don't agree that it's an absolute failure. Now, I say that I don't agree he is an absolute failure, but I will show this. It's not exactly like I have him mega high on my tier list. I certainly could concede that they could have Orange Piccolo could have been better, but I do feel like that's a character they feared. They're just like, yeah, you don't get your second prime again. It's not happening. Would I have any changes to this? Maybe Goma's too. Damn, Goma. This top 4 is ridiculous. Maybe I could bring them down, because I don't know if they're quite on this level. But maybe the next one I would. I don't know. But like, yeah, Goma, because Goma's great in all these fights. Every fight. Got the blues, UI. Remember, you could easily argue UI Evolution Blue Vegeta at 1. I don't, like, I think these are the top 2. I'm not really pressed if someone is, like, super adamant that this is the best character in the game. At 2 turns of invulnerability is 2 turns of invulnerability. That shit is ridiculously OP, right? But yeah, I mean, Orange Piccolo, I mean, I've got him as, what, the 25th best LR? What is this? 10, 15, 20. I've got him as the 24th best LR. Certainly he could have been a little bit better than that. But I push back on the notion that he's an absolute failure. I do. His only purpose is his giant form. Yeah, but I mean that's but it's bro. Yeah, his yeah, dude. But it's that shit is ridiculously OP, man. It's still they didn't do anything with that. Like it's still just as good. Compare Azize to his release. Yeah, but I mean again, it's all the legendary characters like we fully anticipating that. Oh, I mean I don't agree. Super Saiyan 2 cuz the problem is like a lot of the animation consistencies and stuff, there's like a lot of times like it can be confusing to a lot of people if he's even in Super Saiyan 2, right? Like if they were always super consistent with the electricity, and his hair as Super Saiyan 1 and Super Saiyan 2 is quite different. You could clearly tell when he first goes Super Saiyan 3 and he goes Super Saiyan 1, then Super Saiyan 2, and you back right immediately back to back you could see the difference. But I probably would say, oh, this is tough. For me, like mastered UI or GT Super Saiyan 4 to me. If you want to say Namek Goku specifically, DBZ heads know what I'm talking about. But Namek Saga Super Saiyan, the good animated episodes, and early Android Saga is the best Super Saiyan ever looked. Then they kind of like I don't know that I could accurately describe it. Someone hears this, agrees, and would be able to explain it better than me. Right? But like the Namek Super Saiyan and early Android Saga Super Saiyan looks way better than how Super Saiyan eventually starts to look. Oh, wow. This is crazy. Just a week later. They're the Dokan Fest LR. I mean, it makes sense because Deborah was the March 5th release, and we're all talking about it, and it's like I started to line up the puzzle pieces, and it's like, oh, LR Majo Vegeta is what should be saying day. And then we got this. So this is deserving of being a part of Anniversary. It could have been, for sure. Because the thing is, like, the Goku versus Vegeta, they'll always be able to do that. One of, if not the best fight in DBZ. Yep. And, well, they haven't touched us since 2019. Well, I got news for you, buddy. So imagine with Dokkan Originals, yeah. The animations, when they first showed the producer's letter, it's like, okay, like, not, the greatest animations, like previous, but in-game, their animations, I think, do look quite good. This was the best content that came out 10th anniversary. It was very good. Yeah, this was very good. Was it the best? I don't know. I still use the title from this, by the way. I love that title because it's a Goku, the Dragon Balls, and Shenron. Like that's Dragon Ball to me, right? You have base Goku, Dragon Balls, Shenron, boom, in that title. I really love that title for completing all the. I think it was all the missions in Battle Armor Formidable Foes for that one. I can't remember. Either do all the stages or might be all that because remember they dropped the 2 stages later on against Broly and Cell Max. They definitely could do more stages for this, though. I'm 100% down with that. Right? As these new characters come in, they could just do, like, henchmen from DBZ. And it's like, we've got the new Deborah, right? They could maybe do a fight that's just like, Pui Pui and Yakon as a fight. And then maybe, Dokkan Fest Zarbon finally comes. Or, Dokkan Fest, Android 16 could maybe, I don't know, something like that, right? Was this the best content from the 10th anniversary? Maybe it was. Those red zones do feel like a slog. I really liked the blue Goku fight, though. I thought that was a tricky fight. The Beerus fight as well, I thought was also very good. Oh, but no. No. I thought that the special pose team was quite good. Full power special pose. Like, remember, Dokkan could turn any team into a good team. But no, this definitely, they were not one of the best units in the game. I guess I could, let's look at what my tier list looks like with them. Oh, this will take, no, this is only going to take a second longer. So these guys are like, they're like April 14th of 2024. I remember I was when I was doing Rebirth, Final Fantasy VII. Oh, I didn't even, interesting. I didn't even do an LR tier list for them. I just did a yellow coin LR tier list. Then there's another yellow coin LR tier list. When was the last time I did an overall LR one? This is... the release of Sal Max. Here's the release of Sal Max. And Ginyu Force is not even on there. The Ginyu Force tier list drop. This is April 18th, 2024. Is this. But it's just yellow coin LRs. And the thing is once we reached Tanabata, the content drop really, I felt like, was very rough on Special Pose. It was really rough on Special Pose. So, can't agree. Goat Tao with guard support would be a top 10 overall TR. Tao was very good. The one thing that was always funny about, like, any of the Tao stuff, Tao is crazy good, right? Like, people will cry about 2025, you know, oh my god, but then they're, like, you know, a lot of these characters were really fucking good. Tao was kind of like the beginning of the wave of great characters that we're kind of still on, by the way. At Dokan, since Tao, like, Tao really is like the start of it, because Kale and Khalifa are not fun to run these days, like, right? Like, I mean, Tao is a little power creep, but like Tao, Tien, and then going into GDC, like, Dokan went on like a killer run of premium characters, just all being super good, I thought. Yeah, I mean, this is true. It's pretty insane. This is not usually the greatest snapshot to prove this. Just kind of like one of these data, because we've had great celebrations that have had, like, I remember really, he should have used the JP Dokkan data download, because these characters are just going to be sitting here until June when they come out on global, right? But like the data download was just them alone. But, like, we've had, like, you know, a big celebration just has the one EZA, but then it might have a bunch of content stages and stuff. And a lot of the 11th anniversary, yeah, it just felt weak. I don't know if really all the budget went to these guys. It might have. It really might have. It's just the 11th anniversary is the way it was because of how good these guys' animations are. It's possible. It's possible. Most fun fight since GDC special battle. Yeah, no, I don't agree. Jiren, greatest tours Jiren to me was the most fun fight. I know a lot of people would oppose that for sure. But the thing about it is I really have grown a great fondness for fights that utilize a mechanic like attack breaking, right? Or no, attack lowering, right? Greatest tours Jiren is one of the hardest fights in history. I would say in the Red Zone era, Greatest Tours Jiren is number 2 only to original Red Zone Broly. I do believe that. Here, let's click this. And then we could hit Greatest Tours right here. This guy right here, Jiren in here. This guy. But, like, he's so unfair, but then at the same time, even though he's unfair, they did allow you to actually compete with him. Because you could attack debuff this phase, and because this phase only had 6 attacks per turn. That was where they gave us a break. But allowing this guy to be attack debuffed actually opened up a lot of... I think some people would laugh at this, but it's true. This guy being able to be attack debuffed opened up a lot of strategy, actually. And another way there is a lot of strategy with this is the way debuffs from these enemies work. For a tag character, when the turn starts, this debuff only applies to whichever tag was out at the time. So let's use UI Goku Evolution Blue Vegeta as an example. They load in, start of turn. Remember, UI comes out first. It opens, the card opens as UI. Jiren, key debuff, attack debuff, defensive debuff, all applies to UI Goku. You tag to Evolution Blue Vegeta, and those debuffs are not applied to him. So it actually, so because of the way tags are, and, you know, with the ability to attack debuff him, there was so much strategy. Bio Broly is kind of just like, he has no mechanics other than he just hits hard. That's it. Like, he's just, I hit hard. That's my superpower. Oopa. I don't know. I have to disagree with this. But like side character, is Krillin a side character, or do we say he's like main cast? Like, is Bulma a side character at this point, or is she still main cast? Right? Like, this is tough. I don't think I would say Oopa's a top 10 side character though, because like, what about Dende? Is Dende main cast? This is a tougher one that we'd have to set some rules down for. Oopa was fun. Yeah, like this is when they take down Fangs, right? Dracula Man or whatever. Oh, we're at the end of it already. Oh damn, this one flew by. This guy's amazing for Bob Broly. I could see it. Solid for Cell Max because of the Ki Blast nullification. Age very well. Yeah, well, I mean, Tien and Tao, like those characters, no one gave a fuck about them, right? Until I started talking about how much no one gave a fuck about them, no one gave a fuck about them, right? But Tien and Tao were always very good. World Tournament LR releases are easy. They seem to be busted. There's no point in releasing them. Yeah, that's true. Like, look at LR Garlic Jr. and how good he is. That's really what... Because LR Chi-Chi, I mean, it's... You know, people aren't going to want to talk about it, but, like, LR Chi-Chi, like, kind of, like, fucking sucks. Unless it's a very specific fight. Because her mechanic... When did she release? Has it been that long for LR Chi-Chi? Wait, what? Oh, damn. I can't even remember... Typically, I could just oh no, the old age is hitting me. Typically, I could immediately recall exactly like when a character released. She should be here, right? Am I looking through her? Oh yeah, there she is. I was like, am I looking through her? I was. The problem for Chi-Chi is this right here. This is her entire gimmick. Like nothing else matters except for this part right here. That's the problem. That is the problem. So. It's like, if it's a fight that just kind of sits there, like, Chi-Chi, okay, Chi-Chi could do business in the Bio Broly fight, for sure, right? Like, Chi-Chi just does, like, slot 3, she does her attacks, 100% dodge, but, like, it needs to be, like, not a fight with, like, cheesy boss mechanics at all, right? Yeah, World Tournament LRs, they should make them better, for sure. Support memories being voiced would make good content for a celebration, yeah. 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 A lot of these moments really deserve voice acting, too. This one, I mean, this is maybe the best support memory. And then there's also... Well, I haven't looked at support memories on this site. They must be here somewhere, right? Yeah, let me see. We have the animation, too? Yeah, we do. Okay, good. The support memory I was thinking of is this. This is like an iconic voice line by Frieza right here. This was an early support memory, too. Yeah, this voiced. This needs to be voiced right here for sure. So, alright, guys, there we go. Nice little hot take thread. What are we doing for the thumbnail and title? I usually just come up with them on the fly. Oh, maybe we do them and then just be like, they deserved what they got. That could work. That could work. Yeah, I might do that. All right, guys, gamers, angels, love y'all. Whew, that Pac-Man, dude. Even Iron Cane, I dropped that down. Iron Cane said W. Yep, that's a real man's platinum right there. That's a real like dude. This was hard. This was hard. This is original Pac-Man. That shit was tough, man. I don't care. All right, anyway, let me know what you guys think. I'll catch y'all next time.